Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to this Monday morning with Business Coach Malloy and day 37 of a series, The Power of Five. 37 weeks have passed, by the way, and with this series, and we have got such overwhelming response. So thank you very much. But what we've also received is some feedback about sharing knowledge with the business owners about some real case studies. And I'm going to pick up one of them today about what happened and what did we do with the client. But at the outset, a very happy Navratri to everyone around the country. May Ma Durga, may Amba, Ma Amba, whichever name we may be revering the deity, may give us the wisdom, the strength, the confidence to achieve everything that we want to achieve in life. A very happy Durga Puja to my Bengali friends in Kolkata, and I'm in Kolkata at this point in time, and I'm seeing the fervor. Last night I landed at about 1 o'clock, and the fervor at the airport was electrifying. People coming in from all over the country and the world to the city of joy, Kolkata, to celebrate Durga Puja. And that is what brings all of us together. So let's keep that in our mind. But let's not forget, first month of your H2. Let us not let go of this opportunity. So today the theme for the day is, what are 5 things a struggling entrepreneur should be focusing upon? Because there are many entrepreneurs who are extremely successful in their business, but they feel stagnated. And I've seen this again and again with entrepreneurs who have reached a certain stage, but end of the day is no longer being a happy person, and no longer being a satisfied person. So let me today tell you the story of a gentleman called Mr. Aditya. Aditya, a client of mine whom I signed up over 4 years back, was in the business of making and selling industrial equipments, industrial machinery, if you may call. He had reached a turnover of over 10 crore. On paper, the business was perfectly perfect. Enough sales, had a great product, husband and wife in the business, both of them managing the business, loyal customers, repeat orders, some of the big brands buying from an MSME organization. Everything was on the face of it perfect. So you may ask, what was the problem? The problem was Mr. Aditya, every single day in the evening or once in a while, he would call up and say, well, I said, nothing is moving. Nothing is happening. I feel I am stuck. I'm working extremely hard, but I end up frustrated that things just aren't growing. Now, what was his routine? So when we initially analyzed what was his routine, he had to manage customers, he has to manage deliveries, he had to manage team. Retention of team was a challenge. He was putting out fires, he was managing orders, he was chasing deliveries, he was answering endless phone calls, he was making endless phone calls. So he just couldn't focus on the big picture. He was very disappointed, wanting to give up, very low in energy, sometimes did not have that kick in him to come to work. And this is what we call the entrepreneur conundrum. The entrepreneur who's working the hardest, has a great product, has a good set of customers, can see the potential for the business growth, has employees who are working like employees, taking the weekly offs and their annual holidays, whereas the entrepreneur has just no time. He's working the hardest, but probably making the lowest amount of money that he should be, that compared to the other employees. His health was taking a hit, gastritis, stress, sleeplessness, no time for any health activity, no time for socializing. And what he was doing was, because he was in a fix, he was reaching out to multiple people and taking multiple types of advices. Now, Everyone gives an advice from his or her perspective. And I'm not here saying that the advices are wrong. But when as a business owner, you're taking advices from multiple people, you yourself will get cluttered in your mind because you do not know which direction to go. And hence, he landed up in a situation where he was not able to implement anything that he wanted to do. His children were not interested. They were overseas. And they had no thought of coming and forget the running of the business, but even owning the business. So when we did a deep dive with him, we identified 5 things that he lacked. And this is not only true for Aditya, but most other business owners. 1, he did not have a documented business plan or a roadmap. And I'm not suggesting have a 30-page, 40-page business plan, but do I have a milestone document? Do I know what I want to achieve? Do I know what I want to do? Second, his team was a challenge because he had a lot of people in the room, in the organization, but they did not know what they were doing. He did not know what they were doing. He did not know how to measure them. And hence there was a constant flux. He was losing people. He was hiring people. Many are hirings were desperate hiring. They came in. There was no induction. There was no goal setting. There was no hand holding. Lead generation to sales was a challenge. He was generating a lot of leads through his marketing activities, especially the Just Dials and the India Mart kind of thing. But there was no conversion to sales. Apart from these 2 lead gen activities, he did not have marketing. He was not building his brand. He was not communicating to the world at all. And the 5th was he did not have a clear visibility on the financial numbers. So let's look at what we did with him. First, we had to pin him down and say, what do you want to achieve? What is the size of the market we are looking at? What is your current market share? Where are your potential customers? How are we mapping them? Put all of them on a piece of paper. What are your cost structures? What is your COGS? What is the margins that you're looking for, etc. Everything that needed to be done had to be done through a documented business plan, which we said we will document now and review every month. Second, because Aditya was overworked, because Aditya was managing too many things by himself, we started building on his team. Clear organization structure, clear roles and responsibilities, clear measuring activities, and start delegating it to them. Aditya's role was no longer to do things. Aditya's role was to now go out and get things done and monitor them. It takes time. It did not happen in 2 months, but it takes time. But in the first 2 months, these plans were put in place. Who's going to do what in the organization? What are the gaps that we have in the organization? How do we fill up those gaps? Should somebody double up into 2 dual functions? Should we start hiring right away? If we need to hire, do we have a job description? If we have a job description, do we have a defined KRA and KPIs? How are we going to hire him? How many recruiters should we reach out to? Should we go out on LinkedIn? Should we go out on Indeed? Once the potential candidates are come in through whichever sources, who's going to do the filtering mechanism? How do we ensure that interviews are being conducted? How do we ensure that there is an interview selection process? Everything was documented down in terms of team management. Yes, it was overwhelming for him at the initial days because he was running the business, but also he was looking at setting up of the organization structure and the HR processes in place. Because business for him was not so critical at this point in time. He was doing a profitable business of 10 crore. But what has taken him to 10 crore will not to take him to 20 crore unless he has the team in place. Once we have set up all of that, the third thing is we looked at the lead generation. How are we qualifying the leads? Who's qualifying the leads? Is that person who's qualifying the leads trained to qualify the leads? What is the conversion rates that we're looking for? If we are having a X amount of conversion rate and we need Y amount of sales, Z leads need to come in. Are those Z leads coming in? If not, let's look at the entire lead generation process to conversion to sales. Now, sales is something where the entrepreneur is wanting to go out and sell to the potential customer. But who is addressing the basic fundamental of why should the customer buy from me? Who is my target audience? What are our USPs? What are our FABs? If you don't understand, if you are unaware of these two terminologies, reach out to us. USPs, unique selling proposition, FABs, feature advantage benefits. Reach out to us. We will take you through this journey. What kind of marketing communication we need to have? It's great to say we need marketing to generate leads, but what about the brand building piece? Was Aditya's brand getting built? Is your brand getting built? Do people have a reason why they should buy from you? Go out and read this book by Simon Sinek, Purpose, Start with the Why. Why should the customer buy from you? So this entire marketing activity had to be put in place. Now, if you look at all of these, the team, the lead generation and marketing are all cost structures, are all expenses. We don't call them expenses, we call them investment. But those investments need to be plugged into a financial reporting mechanism. So what was your financial reporting mechanisms? Do you have a PL? So we started doing a annualized PL, projected PL. We did a variance analysis. We started doing account receivable analysis. How do you reduce the DSOs of your debtors? How do you improve cash flows? What are those expenses that you can look at? We started focusing on 5 of these elements because these are the 5 elements which are fundamental to the business, but no business owner is focusing on them because the business owner is so stuck in the business. By implementing these 5 systems, Aditya's business started seeing results in about 10 to 12 months' time. And as a result, in over the next 2 years, his business grew by 80%. And who doesn't want a business where his business is growing by 80%, but the amount of time that he's now investing in the business has started reducing? Today, Aditya is no longer that stuck business owner. He's that unstuck business owner. He's now looking at other products. He's now looking at other markets. He's now looking at expansions. He's looking at new business offices. Are you an Aditya or are you an Aditya in the making? Think about it. If you believe you're an Aditya in the making, reach out to us. Before you become an Aditya, you can become the unstuck Aditya. Because the entrepreneurial journey that we have all embarked upon is about creating value. It's solving problems and taking action in the face of uncertainty. You will never have that perfect conditions. There are multiple things that are essential for business, for building a successful business. You need to start, you need to adapt, you need to grow with the resources available, knowing the more opportunities and funding will come as the business proves its worth. Contrary to what a lot of people believe, entrepreneurial success is really having a complete knowledge and complete experience. It's about building the systems, it's building your resilience, it's building your adaptability, it's about the problem solving. And as an entrepreneur, to become unstuck, you need to be those entrepreneurs who don't claim that they know everything. They're the ones who are the risk takers, they're the ones who learn quickly, and they're the ones who aren't afraid of making mistakes. Typically, every business owner which is stuck has 3, 4, 5 problems that he's not addressing. If he's not addressing those problems, he will forever be in the stuck zone. He will get disappointed. He will get depressed. His health will start taking a beating. He will start asking this question, why the hell am I doing all of this? But the reality is you can become unstuck. You have to give yourself 12 months. You have to give yourself the time, the energy to change what has happened. You may be happy at a 10 crore business, but that 10 crore will not translate into a 20 crore business. So look at what are those 3, 4, 5 things that are holding you back. If you can't do it by yourself, reach out to us. We have 7 coaches sitting out here. We have coaches in Bombay, we have coaches in Kolkata, we have coaches in Nasik. Reach out to any one of us and they'll be able to take you for unstucking your business. You need to get unstuck because you deserve it as an entrepreneur. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for being with us. Keep watching our channels. Keep subscribing to our WhatsApp groups. Keep subscribing to our YouTube channels because you will have all this content in the YouTube. Go and visit our website. There's so many blogs that our coaches are writing. And everything is important for you. Have a great Monday. Have a great Navratri period. But don't focus on becoming unstuck in your business if you're unstuck, or don't get into a situation of getting stuck. Till next Monday, same place, same time. Have a great week. Have a great Monday. Have a great Navratri. And I shall see you on the other side of Durga Puja.